Welcome back to Lenz Comic Corner, the classic lesson known classics. This is episode number 33, 38, Doubleshot 32, 32. We have a Spawn, and we also have a Savage Dragon trade. From a Spawn, we have Rat City Volume 1, which contains the first 6 issues of the series. Rat City is written by Erica Sanchez, with the script and plot art by Z. Carlos. What is... Oh, by the way, Eric Sanchez also has lettering too. And you're probably thinking, what is this book? Yeah, it's a Spawn Universe book run near you. Well, here's the thing with this book. It's basically a guy in the future whose name is Peter Carlin. And basically, in this futuristic society, he becomes the new Spawn. He at one point bites Violator in this book. Yeah, it's like... the book you include to similar to this book is probably Spider-Man 2099. Which I would think this book is loosely inspired by. Excuse me. And that's kind of the gist of this book. It's basically future Spawn. He basically... And he kind of works with the police. He's not like against like Al Simmons is, but Al Simmons himself makes a brief canvas book, but he's not exactly the focused character here. It's basically this brand new character. But that's really all I gotta say about Rat City. I give the book a 9 out of 10. Next up we have is Savage Dragon Family Matters. This book contains... By the way, here's the cover for it. This book contains issues 247 to 252. Yeah, we're getting really close. I think there's like one more trade on here, and then I have to switch back to Archive for briefly to get most of it up. Written drawn by Eric Larson. So, mostly put, here's what happens. You have, looks like this, this demon prince talking to a bunch of skeletons. Malcolm, of course, basically being a celebrity. He's accusing of murdering Crawfish Keltern. And he's like, I didn't murder anybody. That Scourge would attack, and I defended myself. Scourge wanted to battle up here, so it's a good thing I stopped it before that happened. What about Casper? I murdered him too. Casper held a gun to the head of Gabriel Walker. I saved her life. It was all the papers. Yep. And of course people get the wrong message about Dragon, and then of course basically we have these creatures, sort of like a zoo. You have Angel, who's now wearing no longer the US outfit with the outfit her mom wears. Now she wears a Canadian maple leaf because, you know, they're in Canada because of the stupid Trump parody. Yep. And basically almost like a food fight. Nah. Yep. And of course Maxine has to deal with these three crazy kids. And of course we have to have painting shot for Angel, because of course we do. And she's about to get butt handed to her by this demon. But look at Malcolm shows up, beat the guy up. And he's like bloody and bruised. Oh Lord, he'll be fine. And then you have Angel. Apparently it looks like she's breaking out of the Chicago Penitentiary. With a bunch of characters here. And then we have Alex reunited with Frank Jr. Of course, Alex is a bit older than she was. Yeah, they say age up a little bit. So, Angel, of course, basically is injured. So Malcolm uses blood to turn to, well, do a freak out. But they look up, basically, she's turned back in her work perfectly fine. Then Dark does her own thing. And then, of course, seems like Malcolm and Maxie about to do something, but looking up basically like Yeah, and then of course, instead of the sex bots this time, like usual, I'm glad they finally stopped doing that. We have these weird creatures show up, and when people show up, and like, yeah, they decide to randomly show up at his apartment, and then back in Chicago, something's going on there. And then we have Angel with Frank, and then we have look like a robot basically, and we have it's like, yeah, more fighting, and then they have Amy want to ask her mom to read a book, which, yeah, she does. She has the braces in me. And she thinks her daughter's gonna kill her. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, apparently the vicious circle is to come to Canada for some reason. And then we have a young version of Malcolm with beating up a bunch of people. And then we have Malcolm present day with beating up more monsters. Yep. And then for some reason we have a guy who looks like he's bigger president with like octopus arms coming out of his freaking gut. Like, okay, then we have Angel beat up a Kingpin parody. Yep, obviously based on this outfit here, it's obviously the Kingpin. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I look at this guy. Yeah, that's a skinny version of Wilson Fisk. I'm sure he probably wanted to draw Wilson Fisk, but because Marvel Comics can't do that. So then, of course, basically we have the two girls like about to do each other for some reason, and seems like Maxine. I got one thing I just noticed this panel here. It seems like Eric Larson looked like maybe he's drawing Maxine a little differently. And then apparently, oh yeah, something's basically up there, and then, yeah. And they give the April 13, 2020. Then we have a bunch of chatting, and then Malcolm does his own thing. Angel, of course, seems like she's staying with Alex. And then we have a bunch of stuff here. Captain Tootsie. And then looks like Malcolm is basically about to have another round of sex with basically Maxine. And then, of course, basically, poor people show up that try to win the party. And people show up and Malcolm. And basically, well, send stuff. And then Maxine proceeds to go to the bedroom. But, of course, knock on the door. And it's apparently Dragon's back, except that he points out, though, this is not Dragon. This is not the Prime Universe Dragon. Oh, no. This is an alternate universe Savage Dragon. The alternate version of the original Savage Dragon. And I mentioned the whole thing, like all the memories mixing up, thanks to, of course, Mr. Glum. And he points out, though, you got the fin wrong. And, of course, basically, it's... Well... Yeah, these issues came out in 2021. Oh, yeah, because there's the dimensional thing with COVID. And look at that, Maxine is hiding in the bedroom, not seeing the fact that an alternate version of father-in-law and the grandfather and also have your alternate version of grandfather of children. And then Dragon meets up with Alex again. And then Maxine and Malcolm have another round of sex. And I'm thinking, like, I thought he was going to stop this, but at least he's not going over the top with it. And then we see a version of basically Jennifer, like, see picture Jennifer. Then we have Dart at some mansion with this woman wearing this mask for some reason. Yep, Malcolm was kids, and they have Dragon with, well, Alex. Yep. You probably think now that basically Jennifer is not coming back at all, Alex is with Dragon, like maybe she finally get married. Who knows? And they chat, and of course we have the two dragons fight over disagreements. Yep. And then of course Amy wakes up, is like, what's this noise? We attacking? And apparently she basically sees a tiger man named Walter. It's like, I'm trying to sleep. Yeah. And then after chatting for a while, then we sort of come to a kid's comic for some reason, where it's called Good Old Matty Dragon, and for some reason they draw it like Peanuts. Yes, seriously. And then we have Rix Melvin DDS. This one here is drawn like an old like comic from the 40s. They have Angel, which is obviously drawn like a. I'm looking at this artwork here. I'm not really sure exactly like what this artwork is supposed to be. Then we have Rumble Theater. It's this weird side stuff here, and then we have Dig Tasty, obviously based on a crime comic, and that's it. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, over the course of that, there's not really like a lot of stuff that happens over the course of the thing. I mean, what would you probably say the biggest thing that happens in this book? All the version of Dragon showing up. You have that, Max. You have Angel wearing a Canadian version of her outfit from the U.S. Dart breaks out of prison. And that's basically it. I mean, there's not really like a lot of stuff going on with these issues. Not really, no. Still, I think there's like one or two trades left to go for Savage Dragon. Then we're pretty much done with him. For now, until release another one. For Spawn, probably still more stuff for him. Yep. Neat. But yeah, this is pretty much it. I took video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, to notifications. I will see you tomorrow for Super Sentai, Dr. Stone, Donadan, and Nusahaga. Okay, next video. See you tomorrow. Bye.